Hi, it's Janice here. I don't know if there's anyone on yet. It's Janice from jazzledazzlecraft.co.uk. It's Janice from and I'm just setting up, just bear with me. Hope that didn't make you dizzy. Oh, let's see if we can. I'm just getting a cable in here because of power issues, and then it should be us ready to go. Hi, if you've come in to watch, please say hello. Today I am going to craft, but I'm going to show you some things that I've received as Happy Mail. One of the best things about being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator is the friendships that you make. It really is amazing, and amongst ourselves, demonstrators across the world, we share ideas in the form of sending little gifts to each other that we've used Stampin' Up! Hi Christine, how are you? I've sent Happy Mail across the world quite a few times, and locally with other friends who are crafters, and particularly Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, and we send little, basically it's like a random act of kindness really, and do it quite often just because we want to. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm great, Christine. Now, just to sort of say at the beginning here, I am waiting for a delivery. Hi, Donnie. I am waiting for a delivery which will require my signature, but they gave me a 4-hour window, so I'm not going to sit about and wait for it. I'm just going to get on, but I may have to stop. Hi, Randy. Welcome in. So let's talk about each thing. I am hoping to make something at the end of this if I don't get interrupted, but if I do, then I'll come back and do it later. So the first little piece of Happy Mail I have had recently is this card from one of my fellow demonstrators, Tricia Smith. She is Smith's Crafty Creations, and she's made this beautiful card. Hi Anne Harrod, kia ora. Tricia sent this to me, and this won't surprise some of you, in one of her craft groups. In one of the months I was a top contributor, so basically she sent this to me for talking a lot. I always would have got awards for that in school as well. Janice talks too much. So that's one of the things. But anyway, Tricia recognised, I think she does it each month, she recognises the top 10 contributors in her group, and I might well start to adopt that, and she sends a card out to each of the people who get into that top 10. So it's the only top 10 I'll ever get into, but the top 10 per token. Hi Ruth. So anyway, if you're not already a subscriber to Smith's Crafty Creations, pop over to Tricia's channel after this video and give her some support and some likes. She is amazing. She does loads of things, and also she's a fellow Fifer as well as a fellow Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I hail from the county of Fife, although I don't live there anymore. I live in exile in central Scotland. But anyway, Tricia, thank you for this lovely card. I haven't acknowledged it. I've been a bit slow at these sort of things recently, but I think this is gorgeous. I love this Painted Poppies set, and I do intend to use that this afternoon if I get to as far as making what I'm going to make. So that was that. So thank you, Tricia. And then out of the blue, a few Saturdays ago, I was heading out. In fact, I was heading out to meet our new great nephew, and I got a little parcel, and I was so excited about it I had to take it with me. This wee parcel came from my Stampin' Up! Upline, Karen McDonald. She operates as Corrie Papercraft. She also has a YouTube video channel, so if you don't mind, if you're already a subscriber of Karen's on Corrie Papercrafts, please do go and have a look and give her some support. Now Karen, what was I going to say about Corrie? Oh, I forgot. Oh yeah, I did read from one of my subscribers recently who has subscribed to Karen and to Trisha. She subscribes to us because she likes our Scottish accent. So what more reason could you need to subscribe to someone than you like the way they speak? Because actually that is important. You know, there will be people who don't subscribe to me and don't watch my videos because my voice does their head in. So don't apologise for that if it does, but I can't apologise for what it is. Anyway, blethering again, see, talking, top of the class. So don't know what I'm teaching today, Randy. Anyway, so in the wee parcel that I got from Karen, this beautiful little card. Now these sweet, is it sweet? These dies are in the spring summer catalogue. I don't have them yet, but I think I need to get them because they really nest beautifully, really pretty. And this is, the stamp is from, what is it, Delightful, is it Delightful Days? Delightful Day. Here it is in front of me. The stamp set Delightful Day. So it's got this just a little something for you. Now I used that stamp in some happy mail that I sent out to Ruth of Artful Stamping. I think you're around this afternoon, Ruth. Again, another channel that you should subscribe to, Artful Stamping with Ruth. Go and give, if you're not already a subscriber. I think most of the people who are in the room this afternoon are, but if you're watching on replay and you're not a subscriber to Artful Stamping, then pop along. Ruth gives loads of inspiration and she certainly inspired a lot of my work. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. So and Karen's popped in her business card as well. So there you go, Corrie Papercrafts. Give her a look. She's fab. She does a lot of 3D stuff, wee boxes and things, which you can see in this beautiful little box. Isn't this neat? Gorgeous with this the ribbon that comes with the Painted Poppies suite is beautiful. It's so thin and you can colour this, comes white, but you can colour this with any of your colouring. You can, with your ink pad, with your blends, you can add, you can stamp on it. It's just fantastic. So I'll take this off. Beautiful wee gems on the side as well. Look, Karen is just, she just does exquisite 3D work, and I have learned a lot from Karen about making boxes. She's taught me a lot of wee secrets. So the lid, see how the lid fits so. And the secret that Karen told me about making lids that fit neatly is 1/16 of an inch. Hi Amber, welcome, in you come. So 1/16 of an inch is the secret weapon in making lids that fit properly. I think I've showed you that. And then inside this lovely wee box, wrapped in tissue, is this fantastic funky pen. How cool is that? I'm a stationery addict, so I just love this pen. It's just beautiful. Anyway, so I'll pop it back in its tissue just now, just because it's so pretty. Beautiful tissue with butterflies on. So anyway, can't put the lid back on. I'll just put that and the ribbon aside. But thank you so much, Karen and Trisha, for that lovely happy mail. And if those of you who already follow Artful Stamping will see that she did very kindly did a wee video yesterday of some happy mail that I sent to her, and I don't have, I've got a photo but I didn't keep. Yours was a one-off. I didn't make any others of it, Ruth. It was a one-off just for you. But here's the bag that I received I've squashed, it's all squash because I got this at, where did I get this? In Dortmund at On Stage in November when Stampin' Up! Launched the Spring Summer mini catalogue. And I received this from Yvonne Konopka. Now Yvonne she certainly got a blog. It's Yvonne Stempelzimmer.de. And she has an Instagram. It's Yvonne's_Stempelzimmer. So I'm assuming she was a German demonstrator with the DE. Yeah, so On Stage Live Dortmund 2019. And I received this little bag, and like Ruth, I was kind of intrigued about how blah blah blah, Janice, put your brain back in, how she achieved the bag shape without any score lines down it. So I didn't quite take it apart, and I didn't look up her blog. I just kind of had a wee look at it. And what I've done, I haven't actually cut one out. I'm going to show you how I worked this out. What I need is, I always use my grid paper on the centimetre side, but on the other, it is double-sided, the grid paper. It's a fantastic tool that we have in the annual catalogue. I'm putting things out the way. I'm just getting myself. So I use the grid paper to help me work out when I'm making something new, and a pencil. So I had to relook at this and I measured it. So I don't know if you can see in the corner here. So it's 2 inches there. So, and it's trying to be 3/4 of an inch. It might be slightly more, but I'm going to do mine at 3/4 there. So we've got that. So that takes me to 2 3/4. I need another 2 inches there. So 2 3/4 are there, plus 2 inches is 4 3/4, and then my 3/4 of an inch for the other side there takes me to 5 1/2. Are you with me so far? 2 inches, 3/4 of an inch, 2 inches, 3/4 of an inch, and I just have a 1/2 inch for my tab. Now I could muck this up doing this from scratch because, as I say, I've already sent out, and then it needs to be, I need it to be 3/4 of an inch. So basically this is my shape that I need. It needs to be 3/4 of an inch for the tabs at the bottom. I hope I'm kind of taking the secret out of how to work out when you need something. And then this is, it's actually a bit more than 2 1/2, but I'm just going with 2 1/2. We'll make one that's 2 1/2 inches. So we've got, need 3/4 of an inch plus, well actually, do you know what, we will make it a bit taller to make it easier to with our measurements. So we'll go with there for the depth. So that's 3 1/2 there. So it's going to be 2 1/2. Yeah, that's about right. My brain's not really. So therefore, I want that, a piece of paper that size. So we're looking at 3 1/2 by 6. So 3 1/2 by 6. And then we're going to score on the 3/4 of an inch. And then we'll make these score lines, but we only do them to there. And then we put it together. So I don't know if you want to have a guess whether I'll get this right or not. Do you know where my trimmer is? I'm about to do a project with my trimmer and I don't even have it ready. So I'm going to cut the shape first, then stamp, and then we'll score. Alright. So what did I tell you? See, I've got my trimmer on 3.5 by 6 and I've taken the thing off my trimmer. Oh, fantastic. Might have to delete this video once I'm finished. Might be so bad. Right. So let's go with 3.5. There. By 6. There. So that's that bit. And I'm going to do this just nice and gentle. I have sitting out were this beautiful rush ribbon and this ribbon that are in the annual catalogue. No, they're not. They're in the spring summer catalogue. And if you look at the back of the spring summer catalogue on page 70, you can see what ribbons are in the catalogue and twine. So it's this mint macaron 1/8 of an inch sheer linen ribbon, and the Daffodil Delight is 1/4 inch ruched or rucked ribbon, ruched I think, ribbon. It is absolutely gorgeous, and again I'm still got spring in my head. Got that out of my way because I can't be bothered with loose paper. So I'm just going to stick to these two colours and see what happens. Because I was showing you swaps from the Painted Poppies, I'm just going to decorate my bag. I'm going to use this stamp if I can get it out. It's like it's welded in. This one. And, whoops. And this one. And that's all I'm going to use. I'm going to keep it simple and we'll see what happens. Ribbon out of the way. That's not actually, is it? Does that fit on there? Yes, so we'll just, I'm going to stamp with mint macaron. I'm going to try and keep this clean and simple. However, if I get it all over my fingers, it might not stay clean and simple. Now all I'm going to do here is just a line of stamping along my then. Oh. Sorry about that. I moved that because I wasn't getting any comments. Hi Jenny, nice to see you. And Beverly, in you come. You might have to see the swaps, that the mail that I was showing you. Will have to go back onto the replay, I think, later. But at the moment I'm making a bag. Now some of you saw the bag that I sent Ruth. I don't really need to put anything on there because that's going to be my tab. I haven't, until this week, I've hardly used mint macaron. Whoops, see, ink on me already. Haven't been using it a lot. But where's my stamp? Where's my block? So I've got daffodil yellow. Again, is a colour that I didn't used to use a lot, but when I had these gorgeous ribbons, I would like to come in, coordinate with them. I'm not going to hugely decorate this bag. I know I just don't use the mint macaron enough, but I love this splatter stamp, and I'm just adding some colour. Probably could have done a bit of. I'm just going to stamp off just to put some there. That's it. That's all I'm putting. That's all the stamping. I'm not going to hugely decorate this bag, but you can do lots of different things. And if you go over to Artful Stamping and subscribe to her, you'll see on one of her videos how I decorated one of these bags. Excuse me while I have some coffee. Right, my scoreboard. What are the chances of me having put it away with... Yeah, the tool is in it. Wow. I even surprise myself sometimes. Okay, so I want to put that way. And where did I put my wee picture, which will tell me? I will blog this, I promise I will blog. You're a bit bright, aren't you? Like, nobody never told me. I'm not quite sure how to... I don't think that's not helping, I wonder. I don't know why it's so... Let's see if this one... Nothing's changing. It's hard for you to see that, isn't it? I don't know how to adjust this on my camera, on my phone. Let me just pull the blind just to see if that helps any. Not really helping you at all, is it? That better now? I just think it's where everything's positioned. Right. So, where's my bit of paper for my scores? I'll write it out so that it's understandable for everybody. Is that better now? Yeah, it was more about positioning, I think. Right, so I'm going to score this at 2 and 2 3/4. Oh no, I've done it. I've spoiled it. I've absolutely spoiled it. You don't score all the way up, Janice. I know, I do that. Quick, I'm going to start again. Be patient. Oh, who predicted I would do that? That was because I got sore because of the light situation. I forgot what I was doing. Right, quickly, come on, let's go again. That'll make into something completely different. No, you didn't see that. Do you know what though? It's real, isn't it? That's what happens, isn't it? I'm a real person. I'm a real old lady-ish. And I make mistakes. Right. Do you know what I'm going to do before I forget? As I'm going to score this at the 3/4 of an inch along the bottom. Oops. And then I'm going to stamp. And then we'll work out how we're going to score it. Right, so where's my stamp gone? Come back. This one. You think I only possess one block? I've actually got 2 of this block. Right, so quickly catch up again. Stamp this along the bottom of your bag. Don't worry about that because it just won't matter. Okay, that's with mint macaron along the bottom. It's beautiful, beautiful flowers. And add some yellow to it. You're so loyal, ladies, you're so loyal. Anyway, some yellow stamping on 2, 1, 2, and just a little bit there. Done. Close my ink because you know what will happen next. Now, I actually am thinking it would be easier to have that round that way and do your scoring from the top. So have that round that way. So that's going to take me a wee bit of out of the box thinking here, but I will certainly, I'm going to have a go. So, because what I want is we only want to score up to that score line. So, hopefully that's me back. I think it's just internet problems. The weather's not grand here, so I don't know if that's... Am I back? So what I'm doing is just chop it up to that fold line. Somebody let me know that you can see again. Okay, so I've chopped. I could have, and what I should have showed you was I need that full line there. Oh, Janice, you're really not doing this too good, are you? I've knocked the camera flying. Oh dear. Right, I'm just going to take this line here. It's better to have all of that line. This is the way we learn. That's the way I learn. By the time I write this out, if I rehearsed it properly, that would have been better for you. So I have scored up that one because that's my tab for gluing. Oh, hi Karen, didn't see you were in. Glad to see you. And congratulations, Karen just got a promotion today. So really pleased for her. So I've cut that tab at an angle there, keep it straight there. And then put wedges in the two small tabs. Leave that one straight. Might tidy it up a wee bit if your cutting's not too straight. Sometimes it's worth just taking the score line away. So we've got that bit there. So now we need some glue. I tend to use wet glue. Some people, you can use the double-sided tape, it's quite good. I'm a bit of a Tombow fan, but I'm a Tombow fan, but I get myself in fangles with it like other people do, and sometimes it comes out fast. So you're just curving this round and just trying to line it up. I actually think I'm blethering about scoring that in, but hey, it's done now. I shouldn't have scored it. If I was recording this, I think I would abandon it and start again. But you're watching live, this is real. Right, I'm just going to hold this tight and then try and flatten that out because I just shouldn't have done that. Anyway, we can ignore the fact that I put that score line in. You just need to check my blog later. Right, so that's going to be the back of the bag there where the seam is. So I want to pop my flaps in. Put this is the important part of this bag construction. The rest you can work out yourself. So I'm going to put wet glue right, but not all the way over, because the other tab coming over won't go also all the way. So you want to fold towards the back. You can case it if you can, if you can get it to work better than me. I made it and sent it to Ruth, the one that I did, and made no mistakes with that whatsoever. It all went to plan. The minute I try to film something, well, I think a lot of you know how that works. So then I'm just going to put my bone folder down in here. And then you need to hold this to dry for a wee while. I'm trying to hurry the process up. There's the original wee bag. As I say, this is the wee toadstools that the girl had, that Yvonne has used, are from Wiggly Bugs die set. But can someone tell me where? I'm assuming this is Good Luck. I'm not sure. My German is rubbish to worse. So I laid out my trio punch to do this. Can it? Oh yeah, there it is under the stamp. And basically to make a hole, and then it keeps doing that. I'm sorry. You won't regret that, Anne Harrod. Karen makes some just gorgeous wee 3D items. You see this one I'm making is slightly taller, so again you can make it to suit what you're doing. So I've brought in a bit of daffodil yellow, well, a big bit of daffodil yellow, and instead of doing what Yvonne did, I'm just going to cut a little. Oh, where's my wee one? Where's my wee punch? That one's retired as well. I'm full of retired punches today, haven't I? Where's my little punch? My little circle punch? There it is. My wee 1/2 inch circle. I used this punch on Ruth's bag. There we go. I just did it on the one side. Whoops. So I can glue that over the whole, trying to punch in the middle of that. I'm not sure how easy that will be. So I'm thinking I'll stick it on and then punch through. So there's the glue gone. I'm just going to, I did the other hole first because punching through 2 layers can be difficult. This just, well, it adds a bit of design detail. I've added some extra glue that I don't need there. But also, I'm just going to do this upside down so that I'm lining up the hole just about. I think this is going to work. See, if I've got this on squint, it won't work, so let's just... I am severely challenged today. There we go. It's not quite centre, but by the time the ribbon's in. So, I didn't know I'd been away again, Randy, I'm sorry. We just seem to be getting challenged with everything just now, aren't we? So I just cut a wee bit of this lovely ruched daffodil yellow. Does this not make you think of spring? Lovely bright yellows. And where's my glue rubber? Is it around? Because this frustrates me when I get glue on things. It makes it look grubby. But look, 2 seconds and it's gone. Right, so then just thread your, pop whatever you're going to pop in there. I mean, this could be a happy Easter, it could be anything. What have I got? Have I got any little, ooh, Oh look, got a lint bunny. Would that fit in there? Oh, there you go, look. A little Easter gift. You never know what I've got in my wee box. So there, that bit, and then all I did was take a bit of this mint macaron ribbon, because it's nice and narrow. You could just baker's twine, does the same thing, and just squish it all down a bit with your fingers. You need about 3 pairs of hands to do this, but I'm sure I'm sure your crafters have got that. Once you get the first knot in, you're okay. And then I'm just going to tie another knot. You could, of course, try to tie a bow. You could thread both bits of ribbon through. There's lots of things you could do to add to the design. You could add a tag, one of our little embellishments. There we go, and I just cut this bit. Just be careful not to cut the main ribbon as well. There you go. Well, much faffing about, but basically there's how I cased Yvonne's bag. I worked it out with my bit of paper, and then I showed you something wrong. Don't score down the side, but I'll write that up at my blog properly, that you don't need to score. And I'll put the measurements on my blog. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to have a cup of coffee and write the blog to go with this, and I will link it. But remember, I'm now jazzledazzlecraft.co.uk. Thank you so much if you're still here. If you're still with me, I really appreciate you sticking with me. So please go and subscribe, if you're watching in the replay particularly. Subscribe to Corrie's Paper Crafts, Artful Stamping with Ruth, and Smith's Crafty Creations. Please go and check out all these ladies. They do fantastic stuff and they all inspire me. So thank you very much. See you on the next video, and see if I can get this one to go off without a palaver.